On this episode of Two Tickets, Please.
What's on deck today?
Art's having a hard time with this title, but here we go.
Here we go.
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
I
did it! You did it! Okay, and we're done. Have a great day.
Enjoy it, guys.
Hello.
And welcome to Two Tickets, Please.
What?
I'm Art.
He is, and I'm still Amber.
She still is.
All
And
the time.
We are two best friends who love to watch movies together.
It's kind of our thing.
It's what we do.
It's what
It's
we
our
do.
calling in life. It really is.
It really is.
So, Miss Amber.
Yeah.
We saw a movie. What's on deck today?
Art's having a hard time with this title, but here we go.
Here we go.
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. I did it! You did it! Ooh. Okay, and we're done. Have a great day.
Enjoy it, guys.
We watched it. All right. So for those of you that are like, what did you just say? That's a great question.
It's a great question because it's a long title.
It is a long title, but we are going to link the full trailer in the description below, and Art's going to put a little piece
I like
up front.
I'm going to put a zhuzh together for you.
Zhuzh.
Ready?
Little zhuzh.
And zhuzh.
Rise, little death. Rise.
Finished product. What'd you think? You've been zhuzhed.
You've been judged.
You're
I
welcome.
feel like that's a little ironic considering the movie we're about to talk about.
It
so,
is. It is.
Okay. So before we get into this, let's just say we might have some spoilers in this because
Spoiler
I think
alert.
you need it just to be able to talk about the movie
'Cause we love
itself. And so, yes.
Yeah. There you go. You've been warned.
Right? Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, directed by Jane Schoenbrunn. They debuted their film at Sundance 2026, and it won the prestigious Queer Palma Award for outstanding films in the LGBTQ plus IA community.
Right on. Great job.
And so,
Thank you, Jane.
yes.
Thank you.
Starring the incomparable Gillian
Irreplaceable.
Anderson
Beautiful beauty and talent.
of X-Files phenom. So anybody that grew up in the 90s should recognize her.
Please do.
On a side note, my favorite ever image of Gillian Anderson
On the
was,
cover of Rolling Stone?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
My favorite image of Gillian Anderson, or caricature, is she was in American Gods, and she was dressed like David Bowie.
I remember that. For me, it was the cover of Rolling Stone
Yeah.
when X-Files was at its peak.
Oh yeah,
And she was on that cover.
Classic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She's a breathtaking beauty. She's still beautiful to this day.
to this day.
And unrelenting talent. That lady can do pretty much anything.
Absolutely. So she is one of the stars alongside Hannah Einbinder, who is the other main character of this movie. And as you guys saw in the trailer, what you're walking into, you think is a slasher horror film. And that is not what you're walking into. So there we go. Let's get it started, Art.
All right, Amber.
Yeah.
This movie was nothing what I expected.
I
It
know.
was a super, super duper surprise. So I'm going to start off with you.
Yeah.
I want to know what you liked about this movie.
Okay.
Bring it.
I've got a lot. So I also was not expecting what I got from this movie. I think it's one of the neatest, offbeat, odd things I have watched all year. And I feel like we've had some weird things that we've watched this year. Some good, some not
Surprises.
so good,
Yep.
right? So this one for me, I think, was unique in a couple of ways. There's this really cool, unique blend that you see when it comes to the outdoor scenery and footage, where it looks like you're in a real forest, but the backdrop looks like a painting
Almost
or a
pop
postcard.
art.
Yes.
Very pop art.
Stylistic choice.
Beautiful.
That is absolutely insane. The other thing I like about this is it takes the gore from an 80s slasher film to a new level. I was not expecting the comedy that is in this movie, but I was cracking up because there are multiple times during this movie that I just lost it. Like, super funny. So the death scenes, the excessive amounts of blood, the grossness
Gushing.
absolutely on point.
Right?
And as
well done.
you know, I love slasher movies. You know, that's my favorite style of horror. And so for me, this was just a giddy romp through the forest. The other thing I love about this is the subtext of the story, right? So I think
a lot.
there is a lot going on here, right? The bad guy, obviously, is
the antagonist.
Little Death, La Petite Mort, aka
literally the name.
The Orgasm. And it deals with, I think, without giving any spoilers away, like too badly.
Oh, too late.
But you do deal with themes of sexual assault. You do deal with themes of queer identity. You do deal with themes of shame and guilt and how people kind of disassociate.
The buildup of losing your virginity and sometimes how disappointing it is.
Right. Yes.
I mean, everyone's first time. I mean, we're all adults here and I think it's not quite what you imagined it to be.
It is not.
Nope.
But I think the interesting thing here is the commentary of how some people feel the need to disassociate during sex. And so the underlying subtext of this movie, if you want to take it at face value and just look at it as a really weird slasher movie, then more power to you. But if you actually pay attention to what's being said, the conversation around this movie, I think, is going to be going on for the rest of the year. I think anybody that's into movies is going to be talking about this movie. And I will kick it over to you to say, what did you like about this movie?
What I really liked about the movie was, of course, the undertones of sexuality, the accepting of transgender people and what transgender, not just transgender, but bringing them into the human norm. Yeah. That they're just people. They're just people going through the same crap that we do, losing your virginity for the first time, disassociation, consent, as opposed to, kind of not really consent. It's either yes or no, guys. No matter how you boil it down to, it's either yes or no. And I love the fact that the director, Jane, the way they brought their transition. Now, the first two movies that they did were about going through their transition, who they are. This movie kind of delves into how to treat transgender people and how it's done so in past movies. This movie tackles in a genre. Biggest impression from this movie that influenced this movie was Sleepaway Camp. And the big reveal at Sleepaway Camp, heavy transgender in there. Okay. If you know, you know. If you don't know, check out that movie. The ending is the biggest part of that and why it led to sequels, which they actually bring up and reference in this movie.
Yeah, there are some definite callbacks to our favorite genre of movie, the classics, the slashers.
It's a conversation starter. For so many topics.
Absolutely.
And if you are of a younger generation and you've never covered these movies, now you got some homework to do with this movie. Buddy. So I really like the way that they pull you into this genre. They took obviously influences from Sleepaway Camp, from Friday the 13th.
Yes.
And the tropes and anything of Little Death. But I feel that Little Death is more than just that topic. Agreed. Little Death turns into consumerism, dictatorship of the Hollywood machine and grind.
Interesting.
It covered a lot of those different aspects and genres in this movie and kind of puts it under a little ambiguity. Who's the real bad guy here? Is it this topic? Is it this topic? And that's how where this transgender point of view comes into this movie and puts more of a who is actually the bad guy here? Is it us? Is it them? Is it everybody? Is it everyone's point of view that needs to change about transgender people and the horror genre? Because, when it comes to gay culture, we love horror movies. Horror movies and gay culture are intertwined like this. They really do bring that to light in this movie for me. So I love that. And I think that's what really spoke highly to me. Equality for transgender and their viewpoints and just embracing the human experience with all of our firsts, which we, at some point in time, most of us have to go through.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked. What certain things about this movie didn't quite work for you, Amber?
I was thinking about this on the drive here, and I got to be honest, I didn't really find a lot that I was not pleased with in this movie, which is an oddity, I know. But everything from the way the lighting, the effects of the film, how it looks vintage. We've had a couple of movies this year where we've had that weird retro vintage feel, the end of Oak Street.
They paid attention to the fact when they went back into the back in the time, little segments in there, how they changed the color palette on there so that it looked like it was old vintage footage.
But here's the thing.
And that was paid good for them for that.
Yes. But here's the thing. What I think is really cool is there are some obvious mistakes that they made intentional. So for example, one of the songs that's used during an epic rampage by Little Death is The Long December by the Counting Crows. It didn't come out until like 1994. Right. And that's a choice. They knew it was a choice. Right. And so like you have to appreciate the fact that this film laughs at itself. So I got to say, Art, like for me,
meta.
I really had a hard time finding anything. I really enjoyed this movie and I didn't have any idea what we were walking into. I was not really like, oh yeah, I want to see this. I was like,
surprise.
This looks interesting. Yeah. We'll see what's up. So I was shockingly surprised walking out. What about you?
Did I have anything I didn't like about this movie?
Yeah.
Nope. Can't really think of anything. I loved it. Yeah. I think they paid attention. The fact that they used a more current movie to add to narrative rather than beating your head over the fact that it takes place back in time in the 80s. It's a better way of presenting it because I know, a lot of the culture that we have with movies and music, after a while, everything comes back in seasons and this and this and this. And rather than just coming back in seasons and beating you over the head, this sounds like the 80s. It looks like the 80s. It could be from the 80s. They're making it more of a blend and showing where the 80s influence to what we have today.
Yeah. I mean, that's so cool. It does a cutaway, right? You get to see part of the original film in the movie, right? And so that's just, man, it's just really... hats off to Jane. They put together an entirely fantastic movie. And I gotta say,
way to bring your own personal experience into art form. Which is what I love.
Beautiful.
I know it's a dead horse. I keep being it, but this is one of my favorite versions of horror. When you take real human aspects, put a lens on it and bring it to you in a different, more consumable way. And that worked for me here.
Yeah. And I would argue, like, as a person who's not like super big into horror, there are very specific aspects of horror that I like. If you're a person that's like, I don't really like horror movies, go see this anyway, because you're going to get more than what you think you're going to get. Right. And so that's to that audience.
On the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
And this is where it blends so well. It can be totally considered as a horror movie.
It sure can.
What they've done is they took that coin and it showed you both sides of it evenly.
Yeah.
So it could be what you want it to be. It can be more of a comedy influenced by horror.
Yeah, this is definitely a comedy.
Influenced by comedy.
Yeah.
You are left with the room to decide where this fits in your genre palette and in your mind.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So I think we've made it pretty clear.
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to give it.
Does this give your ticket?
Absolutely.
And this gets my ticket. So that's officially
two tickets.
Oh,
so if you like listening to me and Art
and you
like our recommendations and our reviews, don't forget to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and you're watching our episodes right here on YouTube.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, ring along that little doorbell thing so you get notifications when you get our new videos coming out. Leave your comments, guys. Thank you so much for the comments you do leave behind.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. And don't forget, we're really pushing to try to get to 500 by the end of the year. If we get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, I'm going to be putting a couple of really cool, awesome care packages for 3 top winners that we choose from our thousands of fans and followers and send them out to you. They're going to be something that's personalized from both me and Amber and me. Both of us, and just curated from what we love and what we want to share with you, because it's literally sharing parts of ourselves with you.
Yeah.
In a really nice, consensual way.
Yep. And since this is such a conversational starter movie, we'd love to have a conversation with you. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Keep watching new movies.
Bye.
Bye.